Nick D'Adamio back with you today. I wanted to ask you something, and I want you to answer it honestly. Not for me, but for yourself. When was the last time you felt generally good about how you're selling? Not just hitting a number, not just surviving the week. Actually good, confident in your process, energized by your pipeline, clear on where you're going. If you had to think about it, that's exactly why I'm making this video today. Because I'm launching something this week specifically for the rep who used to feel that way and doesn't anymore. And I don't want you to miss it. This is for the rep who's performing, maybe even performing well by every external measure, but something underneath them doesn't feel right. The exhaustion is real, that Sunday dread is real, the gap between what the leaderboard says and what you actually feel is real. This is for the rep who hit a wall 6 months ago and has been white knuckling at it ever since. Doing more activity, trusting the process, waiting for it to click again, but it just hasn't done it yet. This is for the top performer who knows somewhere in the back of their mind that the way they're selling right now is not sustainable, and they haven't said that out loud to anyone yet. If any of that landed with you, keep watching, because this week is built for you. Let me tell you why I care about this so specifically. I've been in rooms with some of the strongest salespeople I've ever met, people with real talent, real drive, real results. And I've watched them get ground down by a process that was never built for them. They were handed a playbook on day one and told to follow it. And it worked until it didn't. And when it stopped working, nobody could tell them why. They just got told, do more, push harder, trust the system. And I kept thinking, nobody's actually helping these people, not with the real problem, not with the process underneath it all. They're getting tips and tactics and motivational content, but nobody's sitting down with them and saying, let's rebuild this from the ground up, just for you. That's the work I do. And that's what this channel, these posts, and this week's content is going to be all about. So here's what's coming this week. I'm putting out 5 posts and 5 videos, one for each day. And each one tackles a specific thing that high performers deal with, but rarely talk about, openly anyway. The burnout nobody admits to, number 1. Why more activity is the worst advice you can get. You're running someone else's playbook. Number 4, a client story, same quotas, completely different experience. And then finally, the best reps are the most frustrated ones. Each one is short, direct, and built around something real. Not theory, not motivation, not another list of tactics, just honest conversation about what actually is happening for people performing at this level and what actually helps. And at the end of the week, I'm dropping a longer video that ties everything together. If you only watch one thing this week, make it that one. I want to be straight with you about what you're going to get if you follow along. I'm not going to give you a tip of the day. I'm not going to motivate you with the highlight reels or tell you that the grind is the answer. What I'm going to talk to you about, honestly, the things that actually make or break a sales career at the level most of you are operating at. Process, sustainability, the decisions nobody's coaching you on, the frustration nobody's validating. And every week I'm going to give you something concrete, something you can actually think about, test, and bring into how you work, not someday, this week. The reps I work with directly, they tell me the thing that changed the most for them wasn't a new script or a new strategy. It was finally having someone in their corner who understood what they were actually dealing with. That's what I want this to feel like for you, even through a screen? So here's what I'm asking you if this landed. If any of this, what I've said in the last few minutes, made you think, yeah, that's actually where I'm at, do 3 things right now. Follow or subscribe, whatever platform you're on right now. The content this week is a series and it builds. You want to see all of it. Drop a comment. Tell me one thing right now that's creating the most friction in how you're selling. I read each and every one of them. And your answer is going to shape what I create next. Send this video to one person who needs to hear it. You probably had thought of someone while you were watching it. Send it to them. No messages needed, just the video. The first post drops tomorrow. I'll see you there. Thanks again. This is Nick D'Adamio. Until next week. Bye-bye.